Last night, that energy was heavy. Your divine masculine was overwhelmed, burdened by their own thoughts. As they Saturday alone on their terrace, beneath the endless sky, something powerful washed over them. They were thinking about you. In the silence of the night, they couldn't escape the memories, the moments of laughter, the tenderness in your gaze, the unspoken words between you two. They replayed it all, feeling every heartbeat, every touch, every time you were there for them. But suddenly, that joy turned into sadness. It hit them hard, like a wave crashing on the shore. The realization that they had taken you for granted, that they hadn't fully cherished the light you brought into their life. They couldn't bear to stay inside anymore. They rushed out onto their terrace, trying to find solace under the stars, but the stars only reflected their regret. They remembered how you always stood by them, unwavering in your love, and how they had been too blind to see it. They realized they had been too focused on the wrong things, collecting stones when you were the gem. Their heart was suddenly heavy with regret, their mind racing with if-onlys and what-ifs. "I'm so sorry," they said, even though you weren't there to hear it. "I'm so sorry for losing you, for letting you slip away." They blamed themselves for everything that had gone wrong between you two. It was as if, for the first time, they truly saw themselves flawed, fearful, running from the very thing they wanted most, your love. But that's the thing about love, isn't it? Sometimes it takes losing someone to realize how much they meant to you. For a long time, they stayed there, unable to move, blaming themselves for all the things they could have done better, all the times they should have chosen you, all the moments they took for granted. In that moment, they wanted nothing more than to turn back time, to fix things, to hold you close and never let go. But as they Saturday there, something shifted. The pain, the regret started to change. Slowly, they began to realize that they couldn't dwell in the past forever. They couldn't undo what had already been done. The law of attraction teaches us that energy flows where attention goes. They had to shift. They had to choose to move forward. But how could they, when every fiber of their being was still tied to you? How could they move on when your presence lingered in every corner of their heart? They breathed deeply, staring up at the vast sky, and in that moment, something clicked. They realized that to truly honor what you two had, they needed to first forgive themselves. They had to let go of the guilt, the blame, the fear. Only then could they start to heal. "I forgive myself. I forgive myself for not knowing better, for not seeing what was right in front of me. I release this pain, this guilt. I let it go." They weren't sure if you would ever forgive them, but they knew they had to start by forgiving themselves. It was the only way forward. They needed to release the negativity and replace it with hope, with faith, with love for themselves. Only then could they even think about reaching out to you again. They stood up, feeling lighter, though still uncertain. They didn't know what the future held, but for the first time, they allowed themselves to hope. They knew they couldn't change the past, but maybe, just maybe, they could create a new future, a future where they could love without fear, without holding back, a future where they could show up for you the way you deserved. The journey of the divine masculine is often fraught with inner battles. It's not that they don't care, it's that they don't always know how to show it. They get trapped in their own fears, their own insecurities, thinking they need to be perfect before they can fully open their hearts. But what they don't realize is that love is not about perfection, it's about presence. Your divine masculine has been on this path of awakening, slowly coming to terms with what they lost, and more importantly, why they lost it. They've been thinking about the choices they made, the times they chose distance over vulnerability, and how those choices pushed you away. They understand now that love requires courage to be seen, courage to be vulnerable, courage to risk it all. And they regret not having had that courage when it mattered most. But here's the thing, they haven't given up. They are finding their way back to you, slowly but surely. They are learning to trust again, to open their heart again, to believe that maybe, just maybe, it's not too late. As the night faded into dawn, they stood up from their terrace, feeling the weight of their realization still heavy on their shoulders, but something else to a new determination. They knew they had to try, even if the outcome was uncertain. They walked back inside, feeling a little stronger, a little more sure of themselves. They weren't the same person they had been yesterday. They were ready to take responsibility for their actions, ready to face whatever the future held. And deep down, they hoped that somehow, the universe would bring you back together again. Because no matter how far apart you are, your souls are always connected. Please like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates. Thank you so much for watching.